We're good? Critique versus
Evaluation, yeah.
Evaluation.
receiving critique and evaluation, or giving critique and or evaluation.
It's more of self.
Okay, good. Everything that it applies. The most important thing about self-critique and evaluation and video review, you gotta be honest with yourself.
Yes.
Sometimes tough.
Yes.
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 You gotta be honest with yourself.
If you can't be honest with yourself,
Right. Like, you want me to lie to you? I'm not gonna do that.
thank you. Thank you. It's not gonna
I mean,
happen.
it's like you go to the mirror and say, hey, I ain't got no hole in my head. You bleed, I ain't got no hole in my head. You gotta be honest with yourself.
Really.
Nobody should be harder on you than yourself. Do you know how many times I've been, man, horrible. And then you go back and you review the video, you're like, you know what? It wasn't as bad as what I thought.
Sometimes that happens, yes.
No, you hope that happens when you say it. You hope that happens when you say it. But sometimes it's like, ooh, that really was bad. You know? Ooh, I really did miss that. Absolutely. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. The reason why, my main reason for being so critical of myself and evaluating myself hard is because I don't want external, outside of myself, external observation and external evaluation to infect my internal. I don't need it to validate me. So for me, it doesn't make a difference how bad you tell me I did, or it don't make a difference how good you told me I did, because I'm just trying to get 1% better because I'm committed to excellence. See what I'm saying? I'm committed to trying to get better. So I appreciate it, thank you, but I'm gonna keep it moving, I'm gonna keep trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? We are never as bad as they say we are, and we're never as good as we think we are. Let me say that again. We're never as bad as they say we are, and we're never as good as we think we are.
That's real talk. That's right.
We good with that?
Yeah.
Is there anything you did in your basketball career that you changed something that you are not?
What do you mean?
Well, people saying the get out the comfort zone. Because the people like in the tendency, I'm this kind of person. I'm good at this, but I'm not good at that.
Oh.
So we know it, but it's hard to change.
So, okay, so, yes, okay. You know about, you ever heard of a basketball player named Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan?
Yeah. You know who he is? Okay, so, the one thing that what made Michael Jordan good was he self-evaluated himself. And the thing that he was not quite good at, he worked at to become better. So, as an example, Wayne and I shared way earlier in the evening, like pre-dribble travels became a thing. I worked with tape with myself on becoming good at identifying pre-dribble travels. So there's always pieces and parts to your game for me that I'm trying to improve on. Like I mentioned in our conversation earlier, that's how and why I work out like I do in the summertime with other officials. But foundational to all of that is I'm always trying to make sure that my discipline is very strong, that I'm fundamentally sound. So I'll probably work on fundamentals more than I do with trying to work on an individual thing. But yeah, I would probably say the biggest thing that I changed more than anything else is taking care of my body. I had mentioned earlier I use a masseuse. I have a massage person. I get stretches. I know people that they do cryotherapy. They do all of that. So I think for me, when I started out in the game and where we're at now, it's probably the evolution of taking care of your body, which is paramount. And I think you're seeing that. You have officials who are in shape. I mean, the athleticism of what officials can do now, their ability to be able to do it, is attributed to how they're working, they're eating right. They're getting proper rest. And so, for me, if it's one thing that I change, it's probably that is my eating.
Is there anything like a more mentally?
Oh,
That's where you as a person.
so if you can change your mind, he's heard this before. If you can change your mind, you can change your game. If you can grow your mind, you can grow your game. We have to get better mentally every single year at officiating. Yes, the dribble travel, I can get that. The running, the physicalness, and going up and down. But the ability to be able to process and understand the game from a mental standpoint is really what we're after. When I first started refereeing, years, I was still in the military years ago. So I had a two-person game, two-person. I was living in Pensacola, Florida. Had with the grizzled veteran, middle school game, way out in the middle of nowhere. About like, give me one Oklahoma City, right in the middle of nowhere, two-person middle school game, right? And so, back then, I'm telling you, don't matter, but back then, so you're the young guy, so you drive because the veteran got their little cooler, got their water in the cooler. Right. They going, while they drinking their water down the road, you drive.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
So okay, that's how you did it. So I never forget what he said to me. He said, Brian, you have an opportunity to be a very good official. That you can run, boom, your judgment and all like that. He said, but this is what you have to understand. He said, don't be like me or a few other people that were older. He said, I understand the game now mentally, but physically, I'm not able to get up and down the court like I need to. So he said, you want to be able to understand the game mentally to the degree with which you're still physically able to get up and down the court. So I've never forgotten that. And so I'm always digging, trying to mentally, what can I do to increase my focus? What can I do to learn? Because focus is a skill.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know who Steph Curry is? The shooter that Steph Curry is today is not the one that came out of Davidson.
Correct.
He was good at Davidson in college, but he's much better right now. Okay? So skill is something that can be worked on. It can be developed. Same thing with your basketball mind. It can be developed. Summertime, the things that we do, that's how I like to do it. And foundational to that is discipline. you know, basically disciplining my mind or our minds to be able to be like, yeah, I see that,
Right.
but that's not mine, so I'm laying off of that.
Right.
You know, the good thing is now this year, we'll be able to really work on, in the summertime, seaside drives and single whistle
Yes.
play.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, because that's where we need to perfect that at.
Right.
You know, like I said, it came out last year, and okay, we kind of heard about it, but we didn't quite know how it was going to work. So I can tell you right now, I've already kind of set the agenda about like, this is what we working on,
That's good.
you know.
Yeah, and that's along with what we talked about earlier, that a lot of times we're giving procedures or information, but we're not giving the how to. We're not giving.
Information without understanding.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're trying to learn as we go, but you can accelerate that process.
You absolutely can, and you got to work at it. So, you know, I would say it's just the development, your basketball mind. You know, understanding the game. You know, understanding like, hey, they're playing a zone. Like, I seen a jump, what they call a jump defense, in a game I had a couple weeks ago that I hadn't seen since high school. You know what that jump defense was? A triangle and two.
Boy.
I said, they're playing a triangle and two.
Boy, that's
My partner said, huh?
That's high school, man. Yes.
They're playing a triangle and two. So you okay, they're playing triangle and two. So you understand that.
Right.
You understand what they're trying to do to free up the best shooters. So now you're understanding. I'm getting back to what you originally said too about self-evaluating and looking at your tape and stuff like that. So now, because I understand from a schematic standpoint what the offense is trying to do and what the defense is trying to do to stop them, I can put myself in the best possible position to referee this play.
Yes. Yes, sir.
See what I'm saying? Because all of us, if we're looking at the right thing, we can get the right. You know, provided we know legal or anything. Had to slide in there. Had that slide in there for you. I couldn't let that ride. But it's just adding to that. You know, focus and is a skill. Concentration is a skill.